The global tech community seems to be breaking just about everything at the moment. A group on Reddit broke Wall Street, testers all of a sudden buying crypto, and now all your cool friends are on this app called Clubhouse. An audio-only iPhone app that you need an invite to join? Is Clubhouse virtual elitism at its finest? So I'm going to take you step by step through that incredible journey from the beginning to where we are today, as well as what I think is going to happen to Clubhouse in the future. You ready for the story? This is what we know so far. Clubhouse was founded in January 2020 by two Silicon Valley veterans, ex-Googler Rohan Seth and social media entrepreneur Paul Davison. They then launched the app in March 2020 to a small test group of tech royalty and celebrities like Elon Musk, Drake, and Oprah, called a beta group. And already by May that year, they'd raised $10 million at a $100 million valuation. Not too bad for a two-person company with zero revenue and only 1,500 users. But it gets even crazier. Only 7 months later, they had 600,000 users on the platform by the end of 2020. Yes, then things got even crazier. By the end of January, only 1 month later, they reported having 2 million active users on the channel, and they announced they raised $100 million at a $1 billion valuation, making them a unicorn. Meaning that Clubhouse went from founding, basically zero, to a $1 billion valuation in basically 13 months. Surely that's a record in the tech world. Actually, I feel like there's another company, maybe TikTok. If you know, write in the comments which company you think's beaten them in 1 year to a $1 billion valuation. And yes, you guessed it, things got even crazier just a few days later when people started to auction off invites for upwards of $100 so that they could tune in and listen to Elon Musk on The Good Time Show. And on the date of filming this, on the 18th of February, Clubhouse is rumored to have over 6 million active users, and every single day it probably grows a few 100,000. This thing is blowing up. Pause the video for a second. The best bit's just coming, so don't go anywhere. Elon Musk just wanted to say that this video is sponsored by him, and if you like the video, he's gonna give you a free bottle of Tesla tequila. I'm of course joking, I don't have any Tesla tequila. Anyway, please like this video, it's free for you, it really helps me, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, I guarantee you we will be delivering you way better videos every single time, once a week. So think about it. So why do people love Clubhouse? You can choose to be a fly on the wall and just listen in, or you can contribute to conversations about anything happening anywhere. Or you can get active and even host your own sessions, and that's the exciting part, because you never know who's going to tune in, who might ask a question from anywhere, from any background. Maybe Elon will drop into your room. But we've all seen The Social Dilemma on Netflix, right? Which makes me ask the question, is this another addictive social media app that will eventually monetize our screen time? Well, the founders have promised that this platform will not be based on likes and follows, and that in fact they plan to use some of their new $100 million investment to pay certain creators to host regular quality shows. And we're already seeing a new theme of audio-only game shows gaining popularity, like a rap battle in which you compete against the cast of Hamilton to win tickets to the show. Super cool, right? Could the X Factor or The Voice be hosted on this platform? Could Clubhouse create a whole new era of social media? The big difference between Clubhouse and your traditional social media platforms, at least at the moment, is that it's a productivity app. There's no continuous scroll and pre-roll ads, at least not yet. The question is, can it be done? Can Clubhouse beat the Silicon Six? I would just love to say a massive thanks to the sponsor of this video, Artender.io. I'll put a link to them below. They do flexible and scalable on-demand customer care. That's 24/7 for companies that have anything from 2 to 20,000 employees. So if you need customer care, go check them out. I'll put a link below in the comments at Artender.io. All right, back to the video. As expected, Twitter is already testing a new feature called Spaces, which is a similar audio chat function. Facebook, who is known to copy others, like launching ephemeral videos to compete against Snapchat, debuting Reels on Instagram to compete against TikTok. Even last year, when Zoom became really popular, Facebook quickly created their own video chat service called Rooms. And they are already rumored to be building an audio chat function similar to Clubhouse. The great race has begun between Clubhouse and the Silicon Six. The real cliffhanger though is how long they're going to be able to hold off from following in the same footsteps as every single giant social media company in the last decade. After all, Facebook also started as an elitist, invite-only product available to Harvard students. Do you know what I honestly think? I need to sit down for this. Follow me. Is Clubhouse a painkiller or a vitamin? I'll explain.
A painkiller is something that you can't live without, right? It's something that you have to have. Vitamin is something that's nice to have, but you can live without. So that's the main thing to decide and understand if Clubhouse is a painkiller or a vitamin. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, not another social media product. I mean, I'm 30 and I'm already too old for TikTok, and I'm tired of another social media product competing for my time. But the difference here, as I mentioned, is that it's a productivity app. You should be able to get value from it. And maybe that's the new era of social media or social networks, where it's productivity and value driven first, as opposed to screen time and scrolling first. All right, let's talk about the obvious elephant in the room here: COVID, lockdown. If you look at their three main spikes of user growth since launch, they're completely correlated with the global lockdowns. So March 2020 to that summer period, the world was in lockdown, and that's where they had their first spike in user growth. The second spike was in the second lockdown. And now the third lockdown, which is happening right now, the early months, Q1 of 2021, they are now up to 6 million plus users, right? So you can't deny the fact that their user growth is directly correlated to global pandemic lockdowns. I'm quite curious to see what's gonna happen, because will the daily active user growth on the channel decline with the fact that people can go outside and now all of a sudden enjoy their freedom? They need to create winning shows like the Good Time Show that had Elon Musk on, incentivize these creators to continue to produce only on their channel. These winning shows will bring in audiences. And if these winning shows are exclusively aired on Clubhouse, then people will come back. And that's the art to winning content and winning channels. It's creating a habit. I remember when I grew up watching Top Gear on Sundays at 8 p.m. The news is always at 5 or 6. I mean, this is exactly what Spotify did when they bought Joe Rogan's podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, right? They were trying to get exclusivity, so you only could watch and listen to his podcast on Spotify. I'll take the audio angle first, like the podcast element. I don't think they'll compete with podcasts, because at least at the moment, Clubhouse is ephemeral. When it's live, and afterwards it's not recorded. So if you miss it, you miss it, right? Whereas podcasts are beautiful because they're listen on demand. And Netflix or video on demand or any of these other services, I don't think Clubhouse necessarily competes with any of them, to be honest. Yes, of course, there's only 24 hours in everyone's day. So of course you're competing for people's screen times. The beautiful thing about Clubhouse is that you can also do other things while you're listening to it. It is literally like going back to the golden days of radio. Maybe this will emerge as a product for live events where it's low threshold, right? Probably for the next 2 years, live events will not have audiences of more than 50 people, right? So you could do up to, at least at the moment, 5,000 people in a room on Clubhouse. So I could see that Clubhouse even releasing a product in the B2B, business to business space, where event organizations could host panel conversations, debates, and you could tune in and listen to that. Maybe it could be behind a paywall. Maybe the event pays for a room size that's more than 5,000 to let lots of people in to hear a conversation, right? The product is going to launch on Android. The reason the founders said that they didn't launch on Android is because it's just simply a bigger platform, and they wanted to sort of have some control on the number of people downloading and things like that. To me, it really does seem that there is actually space for Clubhouse. So, let's see what happens. I'm going to follow this. If you want me to do a follow-up video in a couple of weeks or months, let me know in the comments, please. And while you're at it, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing, it really helps me, and I want to hit 1,000 subscribers this month in February. Please help me get there. I'm praying to the subscription gods for that one. If not, just give this video a like, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully you've got some value out of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Matt C. Smith. This is LUNICORN on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Jesus. What the hell? I'm being attacked by tea.